यहाँ पर आपको एजुकेशन, एक्सप्लेनेशन, टॉप 10 क्वेश्चंस, इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस और एग्जाम्स के मुताबिक न्यू अपडेट्स मिलती रहेंगी।
My dear students, welcome back to our channel. In this video, I will be explaining the MBA third semester subject compensation management as prescribed by Osmania University and other universities of Telangana. We will go through the important questions and answers one by one. Let's begin with a quick revision. Unit 3 first important short question is Wage administration. Wage administration refers to the systematic process of fixing, implementing, and controlling employee wages in an organization. Its main aim is to ensure that employees are paid fairly and equitably for the work they do, while also maintaining the organization's cost control. Wage administration involves job evaluation, wage surveys, wage structure design, and compliance with wage laws. It helps maintain internal equity, fair pay within the organization, and external equity, competitive pay compared to the market. Example: in a manufacturing company, machine operators, supervisors, and managers are paid different wages based on job responsibility, skill level, and experience. The company also ensures wages are not below the minimum wages fixed by the government. Good wage administration helps in employee satisfaction, reduces industrial disputes, improves motivation, and supports industrial harmony. Easy to remember. Right wage for the right job at the right time. Next important short question is 2. The Equal Remuneration Act, 1976. The Equal Remuneration Act, 1976. The Equal Remuneration Act, 1976 is an important Indian labor law that ensures equal pay for equal work for both men and women. The main objective of this act is to remove gender-based discrimination in wages and promote fairness at the workplace. According to this act, employers must pay the same wages to men and women workers who perform the same or similar work requiring equal skill, effort, and responsibility. It also prohibits discrimination in recruitment, promotion, training, and working conditions. Example: in a private bank, if a male clerk and a female clerk perform the same duties with equal qualifications and experience, both must be paid the same salary and benefits. The act helps promote social justice, improves women's participation in employment, and ensures fair treatment in compensation. Easy to remember. Same work, same pay, no gender discrimination. Next important short question is 3. The Payment of Gratuity Act, 1972. The Payment of Gratuity Act, 1972. The Payment of Gratuity Act, 1972 is an important labor law in India that provides financial security to employees as a reward for long and continuous service. Gratuity is paid by the employer to an employee when he or she retires, resigns, or leaves the job after completing at least 5 years of service. This act applies to factories, mines, shops, offices, and establishments with 10 or more employees. Gratuity is calculated based on the last drawn salary and years of service. Example: if an employee works in a private company for 10 years and retires, the employer must pay gratuity as per the formula prescribed under the Act. Gratuity is also payable in case of death or disablement, even if 5 years of service is not completed. Easy to remember. Long service reward paid at exit. Next important short question is 4. The Employees Provident Fund and Miscellaneous Provisions Act, 1952. The Employees Provident Fund and Miscellaneous Provisions Act, 1952 is a social security law in India that provides financial protection to employees after retirement. Under this act, both the employee and employer contribute a fixed percentage of salary to the Provident Fund (PF) every month. This act applies to factories and establishments employing 20 or more workers. The PF amount collected is given to the employee at the time of retirement, resignation, or in case of death, along with interest. The Act also includes benefits like Employee Pension Scheme, EPAs, and Employee Deposit Linked Insurance, EDLI. Example: if an employee earns 20,000 rupee per month, both the employee and employer contribute a portion of the salary to the PF account. Over the years, this amount grows and supports the employee after retirement. Easy to remember. Small monthly savings for a secure future. Next important short question is: 5 wage boards. Wage boards are statutory or non-statutory bodies set up by the government to fix fair wages for workers in a particular industry. They mainly aim to reduce wage disputes and ensure reasonable wages by considering the interests of both employers and employees. A wage board generally includes representatives of employers, workers, and independent members, with a neutral chairperson. It studies factors such as cost of living, paying capacity of the industry, productivity, and prevailing wage levels before recommending wages. Example: the Wage Board for Journalists fixes minimum wages and service conditions for newspaper employees across India, ensuring fair pay standards in the media industry. Wage boards help promote industrial harmony, protect workers from exploitation, and maintain uniform wage structure within an industry. Easy to remember. Industry-wise wage fixing by experts. Next important short question is: 6 compensation committees. Compensation committees are special committees formed by organizations, especially large companies and corporations, to design, review, and control employee and executive compensation. Their main objective is to ensure that compensation is fair, competitive, and linked with performance. These committees usually consist of senior management members and independent directors. They decide matters related to salary structure, incentives, bonuses, performance pay, and benefits, particularly for top executives. Example: in a large IT company, the compensation committee reviews the CEO's salary, performance bonus, and stock options to ensure they match company performance and market standards. Compensation committees help maintain transparency, avoid bias in pay decisions, and align employee rewards with organizational goals. Easy to remember. Right people deciding the right pay. Next, Unit 3. Long questions. First important long question is: 1. Wage policy and wage legislation in India. Wage policy refers to the guidelines and principles followed by the government and organizations while fixing, regulating, and revising wages of employees. The main aim of wage policy in India is to ensure fair wages, social justice, and balanced economic growth, while protecting workers from exploitation. India's wage policy focuses on providing minimum wages, reducing income inequality, improving living standards of workers, and maintaining industrial peace. It considers factors such as cost of living, productivity, skill level, capacity of the industry, and economic conditions. Example: wage policy. The government fixes minimum wages for different industries like construction, agriculture, and manufacturing to ensure workers earn enough to meet basic needs. Wage legislation in India. Wage legislation refers to the laws enacted by the government to implement wage policy and protect workers' rights. These laws make it mandatory for employers to follow wage rules. Important wage-related laws in India include 1. The Minimum Wages Act, 1948 ensures workers receive minimum wages fixed by the government. 2. The Payment of Wages Act, 1936 regulates timely payment of wages and prevents illegal deductions. 3. The Payment of Bonus Act, 1965 provides statutory bonus to eligible employees. 4. The Equal Remuneration Act, 1976 ensures equal pay for men and women for equal work. 5. The Payment of Gratuity Act, 1972 provides retirement benefit for long service. 6. The Employees Provident Fund Act, 1952 ensures social security after retirement. Example, legislation. A factory must pay wages on time, provide minimum wages, pay bonus and gratuity, and contribute to PF as per law. Importance. Wage policy and legislation together help ensure fair pay, social security, industrial harmony, and employee welfare. Easy to remember. Policy decides goals, legislation enforces rules. Next important long question is 2. The Minimum Wages Act, 1948 features. The Minimum Wages Act, 1948 is an important labor law in India. Its main aim is to protect workers from exploitation by ensuring that they receive at least a minimum wage for their work. This law is especially helpful for workers in unorganized sectors like construction, agriculture, hotels, and small factories. Important features of the Act. 1. Fixation of minimum wages. The government, central or state, has the power to fix minimum wages for different employments. Wages may differ based on industry, region, skill level, and nature of work. 2. Time rate, piece rate, and guaranteed rate. Minimum wages can be fixed on time basis, per hour day month. Piece rate, per unit of work. Guaranteed minimum wage to ensure income security. 3. Different wages for different categories. Separate minimum wages can be fixed for skilled, semi-skilled, and unskilled workers and also for adults, adolescents, children, and apprentices. 4. Revision of wages. Minimum wages must be revised at least once in 5 years to match changes in the cost of living. 5. Working hours and overtime. The Act defines normal working hours. If a worker works extra hours, overtime wages must be paid. 6. Payment in cash or kind. Wages are generally paid in cash, but part of the wages may be paid in kind, like food or housing, where permitted. 7. Enforcement and inspection. Inspectors are appointed to ensure employers follow the Act. Penalties are imposed for non-payment or underpayment of minimum wages. Example. A construction worker in Telangana is entitled to a government-fixed minimum daily wage. If the employer pays less than this amount, the worker can complain to the Labor Department and the employer may be fined or punished. Importance. This Act ensures basic living standards, fair wages, and social justice for workers. Easy to remember. No worker should work for less than the minimum fixed by law. Next important long question is 3. The Payment of Wages Act, 1936. The Payment of Wages Act, 1936 is an important labor law in India. Its main purpose is to ensure that workers receive their wages on time and without unfair deductions. This Act protects employees, especially low-paid workers, from being cheated by employers. Objectives of the Act. The Act aims to ensure regular and timely payment of wages, prevent unauthorized and excessive deductions, provide a legal remedy to workers if wages are delayed or wrongly deducted. Who is covered? The Act applies to employees working in factories, railways, industrial and other establishments. It mainly covers workers earning up to the wage limit notified by the government to protect low and middle-income employees. Important provisions of the Act. 1. Time of payment of wages. If an establishment has less than 1,000 workers, wages must be paid before the 7th day of the next month. If it has more than 1,000 workers, wages must be paid before the 10th day. 2. Mode of payment. Wages must be paid in cash, check, or bank transfer to ensure transparency. 3. Permissible deductions. Only authorized deductions are allowed, such as fines, absence from duty, damage or loss caused by the employee, Provident Fund, ESI, and income tax. Unlawful deductions are strictly prohibited. 4. Limits on deductions. Total deductions in a wage period should not exceed 50% of wages or 75% if deductions include cooperative society payments. 5. Fines. Fines can be imposed only for approved reasons, and proper records must be maintained. 6. Wage period. Wage periods cannot exceed 1 month. 7. Authorities and penalties. Authorities are appointed to hear worker complaints. Employers who violate the Act may face fines or imprisonment. Example. A factory worker in Hyderabad is paid 12,000 rupee per month. If the employer delays payment beyond the 7th of the next month or deducts money without reason, the worker can file a complaint under the Payment of Wages Act and claim compensation. Importance. This Act promotes fair treatment, financial security, and discipline in wage payment. Easy to remember. Right wage, right amount, right time. Next important long question is 4T. The Payment of Bonus Act, 1965. The Payment of Bonus Act, 1965 is an important labor law in India that ensures employees get a fair share of the profits earned by an organization. This act makes bonus a statutory, legal right, not a gift or charity from the employer. Objectives of the Act. The main objectives are to reward employees for their contribution to the success of the organization, to share profits between employers and employees, to improve employee motivation, morale, and productivity, to bring uniformity and fairness in the payment of bonus. Applicability of the Act. The Act applies to factories, other establishments employing 20 or more persons. It covers employees earning up to the wage limit prescribed by the government. Eligibility for bonus. An employee is eligible for bonus if he or she has worked for at least 30 days in an accounting year. The employee is not excluded under the Act, for example, some government employees. Minimum and maximum bonus. Minimum bonus. An employer must pay 8.33% of wages or 100 rupees, whichever is higher, even if the company makes no profit. Maximum bonus. Bonus can go up to 20% of wages, depending on profits. Calculation of bonus. Bonus is calculated on the basis of salary or wages up to the prescribed limit. Allocable surplus, profits after statutory deductions, Time limit for payment. Bonus must be paid within 8 months from the close of the accounting year. Disqualification from bonus. An employee may lose the right to bonus if dismissed for fraud, theft, violent behavior, misconduct. Example: Ravi works in a private manufacturing company in Chennai and earns 15,000 rupee per month. The company makes good profits this year. Ravi is entitled to a minimum bonus of 8.33% of his annual wages, and if profits are high, he may receive up to 20% bonus. Importance of the Act. Encourages employee loyalty and motivation. Ensures fair profit sharing. Reduces disputes between workers and management. Easy to remember. Work honestly, share profits fairly. The Payment of Bonus Act, 1965 helps create a win-win situation for both employees and employers. Next important long question is 5. Wage structure in different sectors, central and state government. The wage structure in central and state government in India is designed to ensure fair pay, job security, and transparency for employees. It follows fixed rules and is mainly decided by pay commissions, unlike the private sector where salaries depend on company policies. Wage structure in central government. The central government wage system is based on the Central Pay Commission, CPC. So far, 7 pay commissions have been implemented, with the 7th pay commission currently in force. Key features. Pay matrix system. Salaries are decided using a pay matrix with levels and cells instead of old pay scales. Basic pay. The main component of salary. Dearness allowance, the paid to protect employees from inflation. House rent allowance, HRA given if government accommodation is not provided. Travel allowance, for daily commuting and official travel. Other allowances, special duty allowance, children education allowance, etc. Example: a state government school teacher may receive a lower basic pay compared to a central government employee, but still enjoys job security, pension, and regular increments. Comparison: central versus state government. Aspect: central government, state government. Pay commission: central pay commission, state pay commission. Salary level: generally higher, slightly lower. The revision: faster, slower in some states. Allowances: uniform across India, varies by state. Job security: very high, very high. Importance of government wage structure. Ensures equity and transparency. Reduces pay disputes. Provides social security benefits like pension and gratuity. Attracts talented people to public service. Easy to remember. Central is equal to higher pay, uniform rules. State is equal to slightly lower pay, state-specific rules. Conclusion. The wage structure in central and state governments is systematic, secure, and employee-friendly. Though salaries may be lower than the private sector, the stability, benefits, and respect make government jobs highly attractive in India. Next important long question is 6. Wage structure in different sectors, PSEs, and nationalized banks. In India, public sector enterprises, PSEs, and nationalized banks follow a structured and regulated wage system. Their wage structure is different from private companies and is designed to give fair pay, job security, and social welfare benefits. Wage structure in public sector enterprises, PSEs. PSEs are government-owned companies like BHEL, ONGC, SAIL, GAIL, NTPC, etc. Their wage structure is framed by the Government of India and approved by the Department of Public Enterprises, DP. Key features. Pay scales, pay bands. Employees are placed in grades such as E1, E2, E3, etc. Basic pay, the main salary component. Dearness allowance, the revised regularly to control inflation effects. Perks and allowances. HRA, medical benefits, leave travel concession, LTC, and performance-related pay. Performance-linked incentives, PLI based on company and individual performance. Example. An engineer in NTPC, E2 level, gets basic pay plus DA plus HRA plus performance incentive. If the company performs well, the employee receives additional bonus pay. Wage structure in nationalized banks. Nationalized banks include SBI, PNB, Bank of Baroda, Canara Bank, etc. Their wage structure is decided through bipartite settlements between bank unions and the Indian Banks Association, IBA. Key features. Pay scales, clerical, officer, JMGS, MMGS, and managerial grades. Basic pay plus DA is revised quarterly. Allowances, HRA, CCA, city compensatory allowance, medical allowance, and special allowance. Increments and promotions based on experience, exams, and performance. Social security benefits, pension, gratuity, provident fund. Example. A probationary officer, PO, in SBI receives basic pay plus DA plus HRA. Over time, with promotions, salary increases steadily. Comparison, PSEs versus nationalized banks. Aspect PSEs nationalized banks. Pay decision government and DPE bipartite settlements. Incentives performance-based limited performance pay. DA revision regular quarterly. Job security high very high. Career growth technical and managerial clerical to top management. Why these wage structures matter? Ensure fair and transparent pay. Provide job stability and retirement benefits. Balance performance and social responsibility. Easy to remember. PSEs is equal to pay plus performance incentives. Banks is equal to pay plus DA plus job security. Conclusion. The wage structure in PSEs and nationalized banks offers a safe, structured, and respectable career. Though salaries may be lower than top private firms, the stability, benefits, and steady growth make these sectors highly attractive for Indian students and job seekers. Next important long question is 7. What is the role of pay commissions in determining the compensation? Role of pay commissions in determining compensation. In India, pay commissions play a very important role in deciding the salary and allowances of government employees. They are set up by the Government of India from time to time to review and revise the pay structure of central government employees, including defense personnel. What is a pay commission? A pay commission is an expert committee appointed by the government to study the existing salary system and recommend changes to ensure fair, adequate, and uniform compensation. So far, 7 pay commissions have been implemented in India. Main roles of pay commissions. 1. Revision of pay structure. Pay commissions recommend new pay scales or pay levels based on inflation, cost of living, economic growth of the country. Example. The 7th Pay Commission introduced the pay matrix, replacing old pay bands and grade pay. 2. Fixation of allowances. They decide various allowances such as dearness allowance, DA, house rent allowance, HRA, transport allowance. These allowances help employees meet rising living costs. 3. Ensuring pay equity. Pay commissions ensure equal pay for equal work and reduce salary differences among departments. This creates fairness and transparency. 4. Improving employee motivation. By recommending better pay and benefits, pay commissions help in increasing employee morale, improving job satisfaction, reducing dissatisfaction and disputes. Motivated employees perform better and deliver quality public services. 5. Linking pay with performance, limited. Recent pay commissions suggested performance-related incentives for some categories to improve efficiency, though government pay is mainly time-scale based. 6. Retirement and social security benefits. Pay commissions also review pension structure, gratuity limits, family pension benefits. This ensures financial security after retirement. Example for easy understanding. Suppose a central government clerk was drawing 25,000 rupee per month before revision. After the pay commission recommendations, pay is revised using the pay matrix. DA and HRA are increased. Now the salary becomes around 35,000 rupees to 40,000 rupees, improving the employee's standard of living. Importance of pay commissions. Maintain balance between employee welfare and government finances. Standardize compensation across services. Help the government attract and retain talent. Reduce pay-related disputes. Easy to remember. Pay commission is equal to review plus recommend plus revise pay. Conclusion. Pay commissions play a crucial role in determining compensation by ensuring that government employees receive fair, updated, and reasonable salaries in line with economic conditions. They strengthen motivation, equity, and stability in public sector employment, making them a backbone of India's government compensation system.